Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we will be building a responsive navigation bar using Tailwind CSS and Next.js. So Tailwind CSS is a utility CSS framework for building custom UI components. Then Next.js is a framework for building full stack web application. So let's get started. First thing we need to do, we need to create a new Next.js project. So to do that, we need to open our terminal and run the command npx create next app at latest. So the name of our project will be frontend. Then we would like to use TypeScript for this project. Then also we will basically like to use ESLint to help us identify syntax errors and error within our code base. Then Tailwind CSS, of course, yes. So this may take a couple of minutes depending on the speed of your internet. Okay, so we've successfully created a new Next.js project. So what we need to do now, we need to open this project inside of our Visual Studio Code. Desktop frontend, yes. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to run the Next.js server by running the command. We need to start the Next.js server by running the command npm run dev. We head over to our browser, localhost 3000. Then we have this default Next.js page. So whenever you create a new Next.js project, you basically have this default Next.js page, which we may need to remove. So what we may need to do, let's head over to our VS Code, clicks on app page, then we delete all of this. We just initialize a fragment here. Then under global.css, we leave these Tailwind directives here. Then we delete all of this CSS. We'll save. If we head over to our browser, refresh, we now have a blank page. Then next, we need to create a component folder. Then inside of this component folder, we need to basically create a Navbar component. So this is basically a client-side component. So we need to use the use client directive here. Then we create our component now. Export default function Navbar. Return. Yes. Then we create a div here. Save. So now we want whatever changes we make on our Navbar component, we need to see it here on our browser. So what we need to do, we need to import the Navbar component inside of our page. We've successfully done that. So let's say, for example, if we add an H1 here, welcome, we should see this now here, welcome. Okay. Then now we need to start working on our Navbar now. Class name. So we will give our Navbar a background color of purple. Let's say 950. Then the width should be full width. It should take up the entire space horizontally, entire space of our browser. we save. Then also we need to create another div. This one will give a class name of container. Then we need to center this container. So we use the class mx auto. We save. Then inside of our container now, we need to create a layout. So we want to have the logo on the left, then the menu on the right side. So for us to achieve this, we need to use what we call flexbox in CSS. So Tailwind already provide flexbox classes which we can easily use. So now we create another div. Class name will be flex. We want to basically justify the content, justify between. So we can have the logo on the left, then the menu is on the right. Then let's do FSNK for our logo. We save. Let's head over to our browser and preview. Now, as you can see, the logo text is basically black. Then the padding for the navbar, there is no padding there. So we want to add padding for the navbar vertically. So what we need to do, we come over to our container class and we do padding Y. That for the padding vertically, say padding Y4. We head over to our browser, so we have something like this. So we need to change the text color, right? So on our div, we can do text white. We need the color to be white. Space, yeah. But the text is a little bit small, so we need to increase the size. So to do that, we need to use a class text Excel. Yeah. So this one is okay. Then maybe we need to style the text as well. Maybe we can basically just change the font family. So we can do font mono for this font family. We have this nice looking font now for our logo text. Then now we need to create our menu here, right? So inside of here, we create another div. Then we need to import the menu from the link from next/link for our menu items because they are basically linked. So what we need to do, we have the first link. This will be all href. So we copy this. Let's say we have like 3 menu: home, about, and contact. We save. Head over to our browser. But what did we notice? We noticed that all the 3 menus are clustered. All the 3 menu items are clustered together. So we basically want to add spaces between them. So for us to do that, class name space x4. If we move over to our browser now, we have this nice looking menu now. So what we need to do next, let's try to add in a login and sign up button, right? So we can do button, sign up. Then we need to style our button. We need our button to be rounded. So we use a rounded LG class. Then we give it a padding, a vertical padding of, let's say, 2, and an horizontal padding of 4. Then let's see what our button look like. So we have this, but we need to give it a background color. So I like using gradient for the background color. So we can do bg gradient to R. For this one, then we can do from bg, let's say blue. From blue, let's say we choose this one to green. Let's say we choose something like this. We save. Let's preview again. We have this nice looking button, but I don't like the color, so maybe we can use something that look more like purple. Say teal. Okay, this one I think is okay. Then we just copy the same button. And we do this for login. We save. So we now have our sign up and login button. But if we check, this is basically not responsive, as you can see. So we need to fix this. So how do we fix this? So here, on it, we'll create another div. Class name, we do flex. Justify between. Then we do image. So now basically what we want to do, we basically want to add our mobile menu. But for us to, before we can add our mobile menu, we need to add this hamburger menu. If we head over to flat icon, yes, we check for hamburger. We need to get this hamburger menu. So I've already downloaded this one, so you can download it from here, this hamburger menu. So we need to add this in our application. So I'll just drag this inside of my front end folder, move it inside of my public folder. Let me just create another folder called images. Move it inside of my images folder. Then delete this parcel icons. Okay. So now this menu, we want it to be hidden for larger screens. We can only see this menu on smaller screens. So for us to be able to do that, we need to do LG, that's on larger screen. We do hidden. Then on smaller screen, it will be blocked, which means we can be able to basically see it. So we need to import our image here. We do /images/ menu.png. Okay. Then also this div, we only want to see this div on larger screens, right? So this can be hidden. Then on larger screen, it can be flex. Then we save. So let's see what we have. Okay, let's try to resize this and see. as you can see now. But there are some fixes we need to do. Yes, okay. So here we need to add our logo. Give it a class name, font mono, just like this. Then we do text, Excel, we save. Then let's check it out on smaller screen now. So if we resize, yes, we need to change the color. For this one, let's just do text white here. Yes, exactly. So, yep. So we are getting there. Okay. So now, let me come back to the code. So now what we need to do, we need to have this menu item for mobile as well. So when a user basically is on smaller screen, when they click on this hamburger menu, they should be able to access the mobile nav here, which can basically look like a drop down. So what we need to do also, we need to add some little bit of margin here, or let's say padding. So let's come over to our div here. Let's head over to our div here. Then we do, sorry, maybe can just do it above there. Yeah. So a little bit of margin now. Maybe we can do 4 instead of 2. Yeah, I think this is okay. Yeah. So now let's work on adding the mobile menu item. So we will need to wrap this inside of a div. Yep. Then we can then pass in the flex classes here instead. Menu.png. Okay. So now what we need to do, we create another div. This is where basically we'll add the links and button. So I will just need to copy this one, head over here, paste it. Okay. Then we give it a class name of absolute. We need to specify where we want this. It should be on the right, 0. That's on the right side. Then the width, let's say the width should be let's say 48. Then we'll give it a background color of slate 400. Then we give it a space vertically of 4, so the menu can have spaces between. So let's head over to our browser, Just have a look. So basically, this is what we have. So we need to arrange this menu so they can all be vertically aligned, not in this format. So we need to use flexbox. So whenever you have to deal with layout in CSS, you either use grid or flexbox. But in this case, we'll need to use flexbox. So we come over here. We do another div. Flex, and this will be flex column that we want it to be in a column format. Then items center. Then we paste in our links here. Let's even see what we have. Yeah, as you can see, we have it this way now. But we need to give spaces between them vertically. Head over here. Space Y, let's say 4. Yeah, we have something like this now, which is okay. But then we need to let it align underneath the navigation bar. So let's see, we give it margin top 4. Let's just see what it looks like. I'm sorry. So let's give it we remove this space here. It shouldn't be here. We save. And we'll say empty 4. Yeah, exactly. So we now have this mobile menu now, right? Then we need to give it a little bit of space here underneath. Then we come over here to margin bottom. Let's do maybe 4. Yeah, so it's okay now. So now what we want to do, we should only see this menu when the user click on this hamburger menu. So we want to be able to toggle when the user click, it shows, then when they click again, it hides, right? So we need to write some code for that. Now we have this. So what we need to do now, let's create a folder called hooks. So we are basically going to create a hook which can handle that for us. It's okay if you want, you can do the implementation inside of here. But for me, I like following the best practices for whatever framework I'm using. So it creates to have this functionality inside of a hook. So we create a new file. We can call the hook use toggle.tsx. Use client directive. Then we say export default function use toggle. Then we pass in an initial value of false, right? Then we define a state here. Say toggle use toggle. Sorry, toggle set toggle. Then use state from React. They will pass in the initial value, right? So now basically what we want to do, when the user click on the hamburger menu, it hides the menu. Then when they click again, it shows the menu. So we need to handle a click event for that. We need to define a function to handle the click event. Let's say handle btn. Let's say handle menu click. Then we say set toggle, then not toggle. So this sets the opposite of whatever the value is here. If it's false, it sets it to 2, and when it's 2, we can see the menu. When it's false, the menu is hidden. That's exactly what we want. Then we need to return this toggle and this handle click function. So we return toggle, then the handle menu click function, right? So we have defined our hook. So how are we going to use this hook now? We head over to our Navbar component, we import the hook, import use toggle from our hook / use toggle. Then we say constant. We need to access the return members from this use toggle hook, right? Which is basically toggle and handle menu click. Then we say equals to use toggle, right? Then what we need to do here on the image, we add an on click event. On click now can be what? Handle menu click, right? We save. But then let's head over to the browser. You see, when you over the hamburger menu, it basically need to show us like a click symbol. So basically we need to specify a class for that. Yeah, class name cursor pointer. So if we head over it now, as you can see, we have this cursor pointer which indicates it's clickable. Then now what we need to do, we need to wrap this menu here. So when the user toggle, we basically display and hide. If it's 2, we display. If it's false, we hide it, right? So we cut this curly braces, then we say toggle, and then we return this one. We save. Head over to our browser now. We click. Wow. So we got the menu working. Then if we expand, so it's basically responsive now. On mobile device, iPhone 11 Pro, when you click, you have access to the menu. We need to change the text color for this one. So let's head over here. Let's just do text white and see. Nice. So this is working now, but we need to refactor this code. There are things which basically we need to do better. Like for example, the links. You notice we do repetition here, right? And basically React has a design pattern which we always should follow. So we need to always ensure when writing code, we do things the right way, we follow best practices. So now let's refactor the code. We've got the responsive navigation bar working now. So now we need to refactor the code to make it more better. Okay. So first thing we need to do, this link, we need to store them somewhere. And then here, we don't need to repeat them multiple times. We can just maybe loop to and access them. So let's create another folder called data here. Then inside of here, let's create a file called links.tsx. So now we can do constant links equals to create an array of objects. Then we need to specify the label for the link. The first one is home. Then the link can be string for home. Copy this to the same. This will be about contacts. Let's just do slash contact, right? We save this. Now we need to access this inside of here. See, import links from data / link, right? So we remove this. Then now we can do links.map. Say link index. Then we just need to return the link now. Then inside here, we return link dot the label for the link. Then href, we return link dot link here. So here we need to specify a unique key for each of the link elements. So this will be the index. We save. Then we just copy this one. Sorry, let's just get the link. Just copy this one. Yes, we paste it here. So let's check. Yep, so everything is working. So now what I want us to do is for us to basically look at these buttons. We have like multiple buttons with the same class, right? So we need to do a little bit of refactoring here. So what we may need to do, we may need to create a button component. So let's just do this. Say export constant button return. Then we need to pass in the props children. Then we return button. Then we say children. Right? Then we take this class name. Here. We just pass it here. Right? So we having an error here. Children implicitly have any type. So to solve this problem, we need to define an interface for our props. Say child here, children. Type react node. Then we pass it here. Button. It works. Yeah. Then what we need to do, come over to our Navbar here. We remove this now. Let's import our button first. Import button here. We head over here, delete all of this. Just button. button, remove this. Yeah, change this. So just copy this now, paste, and this will be login. And this, do the same here. Delete, paste, we save. This look more cleaner now, as you can see. Yeah, so if we need to make changes to this button, we will only need to do it in one place, which is inside of the button component now. Yeah, then we test our navigation bar. It's responsive. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. This is my first video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a great day.